record. Hey, everybody. It's me, the B-Man, coming at you with another episode of the World Record Podcast. And today, folks, I have a treat for you. I hope everybody enjoyed the last episode with Lenny Lovetruck. I'm meeting some people in Los Angeles, and it's working out that I'm having them on the show. Our guest today, and if you want to join the Patreon, patreon.com/World Record Podcast, find out our guest today, as you guys know, I've been kind of going through some shit, okay? If you've been watching the show, you know that I've been struggling with some things, and, I need to get my career back on track, is what I've decided. And I started taking some acting classes, and I got this acting coach. I've been taking his classes here in Los Angeles, actually in Glendale, right outside of LA. He used to be a divorce lawyer, and now he's a full-time acting coach. And, I'll introduce him right now, and we'll get started with the interview. Please welcome to the show, we have Ted Radcliff, acting coach. How's it going, Ted?
Oh, it's going great. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on the show. This has been your classes. I've been doing your classes for a few weeks now.
Yeah, and you're doing great as well.
Thanks. I've been kind of acting for a while, so
I've seen your work.
Oh yeah, what did you see me in?
World's Dumbest Criminals.
Yeah.
World, I think, Most Extreme Videos.
Well, that's all the same show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I love it though. It's good.
It's good. Yeah, a lot of people like that show. It was a fun job to have. But you've been your story is interesting to me because you were you were an attorney for a while.
Many moons ago, 15 years ago, I was practicing.
That's
law.
when you stopped?
Yeah, I think I reached my limit. I had enough, and I think seeing so many being a divorce lawyer, you see so many things and personalities that you go home and it sticks to you. It sticks on you. So. I couldn't take it anymore, and I've always loved theater. I've always loved acting, and I just couldn't get enough of it, so I quit.
And then so I mean it's all about following your dream. I think isn't that what life's all about?
Exactly, yeah, and I do think the universe and life, it gives you little threads to pull and little things to follow.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was I was doing maybe 20 to 30 divorces a year, and that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you get into it.
It's almost a divorce a week.
It's a lot, yeah. And the personalities I meet, I would go home and I would speak to my wife at the time.
So you're actually divorced as well?
Yes, I am.
Now, are you allowed to act as your own attorney when you're getting divorced?
No.
So you had to get a different.
Well, we were amicable. We didn't need to do the whole, what do they call it? Hat, ring, and the whole circus. We didn't need to go through like a whole divorce. But what I was getting at was I would come home and I would sort of do impressions of these people, because I trying to explain like what I'm going through, and do impressions of these couples breaking up for her, and after a while she was like, "You're good. You're really good at it. You shouldn't do it as much, and especially around the kids, because it is stressful. Like you got to leave work at work." But that's sort of when I realized, this is fun for me. I'd rather be doing this than this.
So when you were a kid, though, did you were you ever in any school plays or anything like that?
I auditioned in 7th grade to be in The Music Man, but I didn't.
You didn't get it?
I didn't get it.
I would think, now, from my recollection from school plays, like they would have roles that were like a tree and shit. So like everybody would kind of get a part, like they would give the talented kids the real acting roles, but then all the shitty kids, you could be like a tree or a stoplight or something like that.
You know, I actually was a lamb in the manger.
A lamb?
Yes, I was in a lamb in the manger in the Christmas event that my school threw. That was first grade. Totally forgot about that. But yeah, I just hid behind. I had a cardboard lamb.
Yeah.
But I was in proximity to Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Joseph, yeah, and the wise men,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So you were Catholic. That was your upbringing?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And I just something else too. I guess we can show that here. Your ads. Now it's funny because it shows that you were I saw your ad on the back of a bus when I was driving home, and it looks like an ad for a law firm, but it's for your acting classes.
Yes.
Actually works really well. Got my attention.
I think so too, and it's brought in a lot of talented students, and it's really like accessible. I think people need the access to know that you are allowed to act. Like you don't need to do law. You don't need to be a doctor. But it was just sort of perfect happenstance.
You don't need to be a receptionist. You could be an actor.
Yes.
Or if you want to be, like, if you're working at a, I don't know, like a Jersey Mike's.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can be an actor and work at Jersey Mike's, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think the biggest takeaway for me currently from my law career is, as I said, I was doing a lot of divorces. I got a lot of money, and at the time I made great friends at Lamar Billboards, and so I basically have another 5 years left on a 15-year deal with them. So that's why I have such great access to,
So you already bought the billboard time for your law firm.
We did a long-term agreement, a bulk sum for a certain amount of years.
Yeah.
And now it's great because when I transitioned into being an actor, I realized I could use that space to teach, of course.
Yeah.
And it wasn't right away.
Yeah. It's very interesting background. Now for and are you from the Los Angeles area originally, or did you?
Oh, I'm actually not. No.
Okay. Oh, neither am I. So we have that in common.
Yeah.
What brought you out to Los Angeles? There's a lot of divorces, I guess. I guess it's because how do divorce lawyers make their money? They get some of the How do you guys? I mean, you just charge people. I guess.
Yeah. We get our hourly,
$1,000 an hour or something.
The firm gets their hourly, and unfortunately, the stickier the breakup is, the more we can make. And so I started to just sort of feel the toxicity of that.
Do you ever kind of stoke and I don't know, I'm sure there's some kind of client, lawyer privilege, but I would think, and listen, I'm not trying to be, I don't have a conspiratorial mind at all. And, but I would think, to look out for yourself, if you can gain from making more money, if things are more complicated, wouldn't it be in your best interest to maybe nudge things to be a little more complicated than they need to be sometimes? Or
I personally have never done that.
Okay. So professionally, you shouldn't do that.
You should not do that. Does it happen? Of course. It does happen. It does happen, yeah. And, it's a very thin line when you're dealing with big emotions, relationships.
And have you ever, this is just me being curious, have you ever, you would do like 20 to 30 divorces a year for how many years? Like 10 years or something?
In the last 2 years were our firm's busiest. That's when we were doing 20 to 30. Okay. We started out slow, and the same with acting,
Did you ever date a client?
No, I did not. No.
Okay. And my follow-up question was going to be, what was his name? Get it? What was his name? Wait, hold on. Let's try that again. Did you ever date a client?
No.
Oh, yeah. Well, what was his name? What was his name? What was his name? Get it? What was? Oh, hold on. Let's try that. Let's try that again. So, in all your years of practicing law, I mean, there's divorces. So then everybody's single at the end of it.
For the most part, yeah.
Have you ever dated one of your clients after the divorce was settled?
No.
And follow-up question, if so, what was his name? What was his name? Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it?
No. To answer your question, no, I did. I do actually, but I do date.
Is that against policy, the lawyer code, or whatever? Do you take an oath like doctors or whatever?
We have an oath, yeah.
Do you take an oath?
We do, yeah.
What's the oath?
Say
that you're going to just keep things on the up and up?
Yeah, attorney-client privilege, yeah.
Attorney-client privilege, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of that. But, I mean, do you take like an oath to be like, hey, I'm not going to be an asshole and, I'm not going to overcomplicate these divorces just so I can make more money? Like, is there like an honesty oath?
There is, and it's really track record. So if we have a big divorce coming our way at the time, we would just use the analytics of what we had done in the past. Like here's the breadth of our work and our divorces. Here's this percentage.
So you said something about breath work. Is that something that?
Yeah. Currently, getting off the topic of law, I have not been in law in 15 years.
Right. I'm listening.
That's all. Once after acting for really getting my start, acting for 5, then professionally acting for around another 5 years, then I fell in love with teaching it.
So when you say you were professionally acting, is there anything people can see you in? Are you in any movies or TV shows or anything like that?
I did a lot of commercials at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's work.
Yeah.
Anything that stands out?
I would say the bigger stuff that you would have recognized probably 8-9 years ago, and that was I did a commercial for Speed Stick. Did a commercial for Burger King.
Now, what's the deal with deodorant?
I don't know, because there's antiperspirant and there's deodorant.
We could call someone, but I you know what, I don't know if we need to get any calls involved, because I think that I don't think people need deodorant. I know some people are stinky, but you know what? That's just the way you are.
I think some do need deodorant and some don't. Yeah.
I don't like smelling deodorant, though. I'd rather smell a stinky guy than over abundance of perfume. And that's what I'm going to say. And you know what? That's my final judgment. Because if this is a court of law, you're the lawyer, I'm the judge, and I say no perfume. That's right.
Court is adjourned.
Court is adjourned. So did you ever, you haven't dated or had any affairs with any of your clients?
No.
Okay.
Never.
What about a judge?
No.
There was that judge that Trump made a judge, that Amy something, I think her name was. Mm-hmm. I think she's kind of pretty. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I've never worked with her.
Yeah. Did you ever meet Judge Judy?
I've seen her. I've never
seen
met
the
her.
show.
Yeah. I've met Judge Joe Brown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How was he? I met him too, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of.
He was nice. Yeah. I just had a convention center dinner one night.
Yeah.
And yeah, real nice guy, down to earth.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He has a good sense of humor too. Oh, God. You feeling tired? You want to get a big yawn out there?
It's contagious.
Yeah. Can you do it? We could see. I mean, this is. I know. I mean, acting is about. So sorry for talking about law stuff for so much, because I do think it's interesting, and we could show some of your ads, the bus ads and the billboards. Oh God! I think yawning, it's not really caused by being tired. I think I'm not breathing right is what the problem is.
Is yawning has been an issue for you?
I think I'm talking too much. Or I don't know. No, it hasn't been an issue, but I mean, now it is because I just yawned twice in the middle of a podcast. That's not good for business. I don't think, right?
You know?
Like, if you ever listen to a podcast where a guy just yawns in the middle of it, like Ira Glass doesn't do that.
I bet he does. I bet they edit it. 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 Edit it out. You know.
We should edit that out then. Okay, so let's get started because the law's in the past.
It's in the past now. Yes, now
and we've seen the ads and your phone number. Oh, maybe we need to blur your phone number out. I don't know legally if that's. Well, that's the phone numbers for your acting classes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll put. I don't know. We'll see. Have you ever met Frank Cum, my lawyer?
No, I haven't.
So okay. Well, let's get down to brass tacks. And guys, this is basically a free class for you guys listening because I pay Ted. Is it Ted or Radcliff? What do you go by? Just Ted?
Ted.
Or okay.
Ted, yes.
I pay him for these classes, but we're going to kind of do some stuff and you can do it at home. Do you ever do any Zoom classes?
I do, and I found, especially over COVID.
COVID. Yeah.
I do find that you can reach a level of human connection and even just running lines and getting ready for auditions over Zoom. So I actually do quite a bit of Zoom work, but in person is really
that's the best way to go.
That's where you feel the electricity, and that's where you can kind of watch things watch someone's instrument really get tuned in and really watch them grow.
Yeah, and you could touch them too.
Yes.
I have a Zoom dentist. Did you ever hear that?
No.
Yeah. It's like go and see him on Zoom. Still charges me the same as when you see him in person though, which is bullshit. I think the whole dental business something's going on there. They charge a lot of money for stuff.
Yeah.
And insurance, it's like most insurance doesn't have good dental coverage. You wind up going out of pocket for a lot of shit with the dentists.
Yeah. I have Irish teeth, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
What's Irish teeth?
You get a lot of cavities.
I'm Irish. I've never had a cavity in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. It must be a different part of the famine. And
sorry, I hit a button and it's world record. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay.
World record. Sorry about that.
That's also another thing. You could just edit that right out.
Oh, yeah, we should.
Yeah.
So the Irish teeth, I never heard that before. Is it potatoes?
No, I think, for like hundreds of years, Irish, they just weren't used to eating. And so, like, I guess when my family immigrated to America, the foods, my teeth, they just never recovered. So
you moved here from Ireland?
My family did. I was born in America.
So wait, your mom, dad, brother, and sister moved here from Ireland and left you there? You said your family moved here.
Yes, my family.
And then how did you get here?
Well, my grandparents. And so DNA, it's in your DNA. Your hundreds of years of no food, shoe leather.
Whoa. So your grandparents moved here, right? How did you get here? Like, you're telling me your grandparents moved here and they didn't eat food for 100 years?
No. No.
Sorry, I mean, I don't know. I'm confused. So you're telling me your grandparents moved here. How did you get here?
I was born here.
Well, what do your grandparents moving here have to do with anything then? Why don't you just say you're American? You're not fucking Irish, you're American.
Okay, noted. It's true. You're correct. But they did have teeth in Ireland. Stake in the game.
But I don't understand. You're talking about Irish teeth and your grandparents didn't eat for 100 years?
No.
Like, how does that even... I don't even get how that works.
It's just an old saying in our family, Irish teeth.
Okay. So let's get into the acting chops. I want to show off because this is a twofold podcast. This is to give you guys a free acting class And also for me to showcase my acting talents for anybody in the industry watching, so you could hire me to be an actor in your TV show, movie. TV shows and movies, mainly movies is what I'm kind of shooting for.
What any genre you're particularly drawn to?
Whatever, if the role is right, I'll be in almost anything except for pornography.
Oh, yeah. What about a supporting role? If you didn't have to do anything sexual, would you be a...
Just a guy who walks past the camera or whatever, like an extra? Yeah, I guess I'd do that. I mean, I have done that in a movie.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, well, it's right here. We'll show a little clip of that. Supergirl, the porno.
We haven't much time, husband.
Keep it moving.
I don't understand.
We have to move quickly. The dome won't hold much longer.
I don't understand. Why is there only room for one in the hatch?
Because only you are leaving, daughter. Our lives are ending. It's going to be up to you to keep Krypton alive.
Kara, look here and pay close attention. Years ago, when the rest of Krypton was destroyed, one child was sent to a distant planet, Earth. His name is Kal-El. He lives amongst the humans and watches over them because they can't protect themselves against the forces of evil. You can find Kal-El here at these coordinates.
But I can't leave you. How am I gonna protect the alien race?
You must go. It will all become clear to you in time.
This is not goodbye. We will see you again in the hereafter, and Krypton will live on through you and your deeds. Godspeed, my brave child.
The memory of Krypton will live in you. And when Kal-El sees your suit, he will go with me.
Oh no. The end is near.
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, so yeah, this is Ted Radcliff, ex-lawyer, current acting teacher, and let's get started with however you want to start.
Yeah, so thank you. Usually with acting, it's great. It's sort of like gardening. So, whether or not you have a full-fledged plant,
Talk in your mic a little more.
whether or not you have a full-fledged plant, acting is like gardening.
Okay.
It's fun from seed to crops.
Okay.
So, whether you're seasoned at acting or not, one exercise I love to do is obviously there's performers will do vocal warm-ups. They'll do crisp crusts crackle crunch cleanly. So what I do and what I've sent over to you is that I've sent you a long list of vocal warm-ups, sort of get you calibrated and get your diction on point, but also while doing that, I like to hold up cards, and these cards have emotions on them, and so I'll have my students sort of read something, and then I'll ask them to read that same thing again in a different emotion. So if you want to pick any of these on this list here, and first I just want you to just give me something no mustard.
Okay, so I'll just read one of these.
Yeah, pick a tongue twister and
Okay.
And just read it with no mustard, and then we'll just start adding toppings, and we'll start adding some inflection and some physicalities.
Okay. Big black bugs bleed blue black blood.
Excellent. Okay.
Fred fed Ted bread and Ted fed.
Let's go back to the blue bugs.
Okay.
Because I think that's a great starting point.
Big black bugs bleed blue black blood.
All right, now give me something more serious.
Big black bugs bleed blue black blood.
Okay, and here's your first prompt on the card. Let's get that same line. Blissful.
Blissful. Okay. Big black bugs bleed blue black blood.
I love that.
Yeah, okay.
Now let's actually take that same level of energy, but put it into
Afraid. Big black bugs bleed blue black blood.
excellent. Yeah, and so it's about the word, the feeling, and sometimes you can even be cheeky and get a word that isn't even that it can be interpreted in indefinite ways, which is what actors do, is they interpret things. So let's pick a new one, and I'll give you some more interpretive prompts.
A dozen double dip donuts dripped deliciously.
Oh, excellent. Okay, now let's bring it down a little bit and get you...
Secretive. A dozen double-dip donuts dripped deliciously.
Excellent. Let's hear that again, but you're afraid that you're going to get caught saying it.
A dozen double-dip donuts dripped deliciously. Oh.
Excellent. Now let's put some class on that.
A dozen double-dip donuts dripped deliciously.
Brilliant. Yes. Now let's strip of all class here and let's just be humble.
Okay. A dozen double-dip donuts drip deliciously. Tall. Okay.
A dozen double dip donuts drip deliciously.
Wow. Yeah. I could see you. It's almost like you grew right in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I became tall.
Yeah.
A dozen double dip donuts drip deliciously.
Exactly. And see what you're doing there with your shoulders is
Yeah.
you're giving the character a physical trait. And so when you change your physical traits, that's when your body responds and you sort of begin to feel a character. And
a dozen double dip donuts drip deliciously.
excellent. And even bigger than that. Let's get that times
A dozen double dip donuts drip deliciously.
Okay. And if you can make it even more, give me 2 times that.
A dozen double dip donuts drip deliciously.
How do you feel?
That one felt pretty intense. Felt good.
Excellent. That's it feels good. It feels good to feel
That unleashed the beast there.
It's good, yeah, and it's good to let it out. Let's try one more tongue twister here.
Okay. Let's see. Betty Butt. Sorry.
Oh yeah, bring it back to.
Back to one.
Let's do a. Let's hear what it would sound like at first, like if you're on 2020. You're
Back
just
to one
answering a question
on 2020 with Barbara Wawa. Remember that? Barbara Walters, but they would call her Barbara Wawa.
I know.
I don't know. She talked weird or something. I don't really remember. I don't think she talked. Isn't she on The View?
She's passed. She was on The View.
She died?
Yes, she's passed.
I don't think you're right about that.
No, she's gone.
Are you kidding me?
No. She left The View a few years ago.
Because she died?
No, I think she left and then died.
Barbara Walters. She died in 2022.
Yeah.
In Manhattan, though. If you're going to die someplace, that's the Big Apple. That's the way to go.
Cinematic.
Let's see. How did Barbara Walters die? Oh, she still has a Twitter account. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad. You know?
Yeah.
Barbara Walters, cause of death. She died at her home. Oh, she lived in Manhattan. That's, she was doing pretty good for herself.
Oh,
then.
yeah.
December 30th. So in 2022, so she almost made it to 2023. She made it to Christmas. 93 years old she was.
Yeah.
Doesn't really say what she died. Said she was suffering from dementia. That's a bummer. That's no good. You don't want to get that. Well, either way, let's do a...
Should do a scene?
Yeah, but let's do a tribute to Barbara Walters. Dear Barbara Walters and your family, everybody out there, I'm sorry to be the one to break the news to you, but apparently Barbara Walters has passed away. And us here at the World Record Podcast, Ted Radcliff, my guest, acting coach, ex-lawyer, myself, B-Man, Brendan, old BW, the host of the show, give our sincere, heartfelt condolences to anybody who is mourning the loss of Barbara Walters. And I know I did the Barbara Wawa joke, which was popularized from Saturday Night Live. Gilda Radner also passed away, and also I'm sorry if that I'm the one to be breaking that news to you. She passed away quite a while ago. Not that that makes it any better, because, when somebody passes away, that's it. It's done. That's it. And Whether you died in 1980 something or you died in 2022, right before 2023, it doesn't make Barbara Walters' death any more sad than Gilda Radner's death. What is that? You want me to do that while this is an actual memorial that I'm doing. Anyway, I love all you guys, and I'm sorry about Barbara Walters, and I'm sorry if I upset anybody today, because I don't want to upset anybody and I'm sorry I brought it up. I didn't know Barbara Walters died until just now, and Ted told me, so actually blame Ted if you're sad. Do you have anything you want to say about Barbara Walters?
Rest in peace. Rest in power.
Rest in power, Queen. And sorry for saying Barbara Wawa, I guess, because I didn't know.
You didn't know.
I didn't know she passed away, and also I don't know if she liked that joke. I don't know. Did she say her name like that? I guess now we'll never know. All right, now back to the show. Sorry for that. We're getting to the acting. Here we go. Some real acting from Ted Radcliff, ex-lawyer, current acting coach. Take it away, Ted.
Well, we could do some more of these, or we could actually jump into a real scene here.
Yeah, let's do a scene. So if anybody out there, I've already said that, but I'll just slate. This will just be one slate. And anybody, if you're not in the acting business or show business, slating this is something you do when you go. So when you go to an audition, which I've been to a ton of auditions since I've been out here. I've been out here for 16 years, chasing that dream. When you go to an audition, they ask you to slate. And what slating is you say your name, you say which agency you're with. I'm not with any agencies right now. So if you are an agent listening or watching, hopefully you're watching, agents, managers, I am available to be represented. And this will just kind of act as an audition tape as well as entertainment as a podcast. But what slating is, you say your name, you say which agency you're with, and like how tall you are. Maybe, do you say how much you weigh? I don't think you say how much you weigh. They wouldn't make girls do that. So I'll just slate. This is just going to be one slate for all these. Each one of these is a separate audition. I won't slate for each one, but these will all be separate auditions. So this is just the one slate for all the auditions starting now. Hi, my name is Brendan Walsh. I am 6 feet, 1 or 2 inches tall. Let's say 6'1" or 6'2". Starting over. Hi, my name is Brendan Walsh. I am 6'2", and I am currently unrepresented. So if you're an agent or a manager watching this, or agent generally, or I'll start over one last time. I'm sorry. We'll edit this out.
Yeah.
Slate. My name is Brendan Walsh. I stand 6 feet, 2 inches tall, and I am currently unrepresented. If you're an agent out there, I could use some representation. I am 6 feet, 2 inches tall. I live in Los Angeles. I can drive automatic and manual transmission cars. And I'm about to read the part of, what are we doing here today?
Let's do Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday, okay.
So this is a scene between Tony and Tom from the great football flick.
Okay, Tony and Tom. Which one am I?
Let's see here. Tony meets his son Tom for the first time in 5 years. So let's you'll be Tony and
okay.
I'll
you'll be the son.
I'll be little Tom. Yes.
And I'll read the stage direction.
Perfect. Move this right here.
Okay.
Tony, in his game suit, is having breakfast with his son, a bland mid-level executive in his late 20s, with a Jesus fish on his lapel.
Really? It's no problem getting tickets?
Well, he's really more into basketball now.
Yeah. How old is Timmy now? 9, 10?
8. But we don't really call him Timmy anymore.
Oh, okay. And Melinda, how is she?
She's fine.
You look good.
I'm trying.
You talked to your mom lately?
Dad, what do you want?
What do I want? I wanted to see you. You're my son, for Christ's sake. What do you mean?
I haven't talked to you in a year. A year ago, Christmas.
Christ, give me a minute, Tom, okay? I haven't seen you in what?
6 years.
You never picked up the phone either, so don't.
Why would it?
All I ever did was...
Please don't. When you do that, you sound like a broken record, Dad. I get really upset.
Tony looks at him, wondering what he's wrought.
A
waitress enters.
Coffee, Danish? Why the long faces? No response.
No response.
Enjoy your breakfasts.
She leaves.
You know, I'll never forget a big mistake I made once as a coach. I heard someone... Sorry, I'm going to start that one over.
You got this.
I got it. You know, I'll never forget a big mistake. Fuck.
You got this.
You know, I'll never forget a big mistake I made once as a coach. I hurt someone and I couldn't change what I did, so I denied it. Threw some money at it, then tried to forget it. Block it out. You know what? Never goes away.
No. It doesn't. It's too late, goddammit. Excuse me for my foul thoughts. Lord, they come not out of me. But it's too goddamn late for that. My son and daughter are doing fine. And you had nothing to do with that. And that's all there is.
Tom, come on. I'm sorry.
Where were you on Sundays when I was just playing ball? Just don't try, okay?
Can I just see them? They're my grandkids. Tom, please.
With a child psychiatrist.
End scene.
That was great. Yeah.
It was okay. I have a couple notes for you.
I would love them, yeah.
It was, I feel like you messed up a little bit.
I did. I got a little lost on the screen here. I did.
That's my only note, is I feel like you messed up a little bit. Do you have any notes for me?
No. I really thought you took it where it needed to go. I was very impressed.
Should we do another scene?
Yeah, let's do another scene. And then let's see.
How about Confessions of a Dangerous Mind?
Oh, I love that.
Or Apocalypse Now. Well, we could do both of them, actually.
Yeah, let's do
let's
do Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Okay.
Brilliant film.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, it's a great fucking movie. Yeah. Have you ever seen that?
It's a great fucking film.
It's a great
fucking movie.
Yeah.
George Clooney directed that film. It's a great fucking movie. If you've never seen The Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, it's a great fucking movie.
So the two characters we're playing are Barris and Bird.
Okay.
Barris is approached by Bird, who then asks
him to be a CIA free agent assassin. Ideal for males in their 20s to 50s. It's a 1 to 2 minute scene. So, I will be approaching you,
Barris, and I will be
I'm Barris, you're Bird?
Yes, okay. Yes.
Barris sits on the curb nursing his wounds. Bird exits the bar and casually approaches.
You're looking pretty angry, young fella, aren't you? Can't fight worth a damn, though.
Screw off! Oh, I don't know if I can't say that word. Screw off! Screw off, sucker! Don't think I haven't seen you watching me in that bar for a week now.
Kind of a loner, I'd say. Fairly bright, a tad antisocial, mad at the world. Can I buy you lunch?
Look, there's a schoolyard half a block down. Why don't you go trolling there?
Barris gets up and starts to walk away.
I could teach you 30 different ways to kill a man with a single blow, Mr. Barris.
Barris stops.
Might help you in future bar fights, just a thought.
Barris just stands there.
Oh, and there's money in it. Good money.
Barris turns. Interior diner, day. Barris and Jim Bird sit in a booth. Barris is wolfing a hamburger. Bird sips coffee.
And I figured I could keep afloat until I come up with my next game show idea. And then we'll all be copacetic.
That would be great, Chuck. You know, I've never known a television producer before. I am impressed.
Yeah. So what's this money deal you were talking about?
Well, I work for a government agency, and I can always use a good, enthusiastic man to help me carry out directives.
What kind of work? What government agency?
Problem-solving work for the Office of Diplomatic Security.
Office of what? Never heard of it. Is it that fucking CIA or something?
Please be discreet, Mr. Barris.
Jesus, it's the fucking CIA. Hell, I'll be a spy. Where do I sign up? Are you fucking with me? You're fucking with me, aren't you?
Hardly. And you wouldn't be with the company. You'd be a contract agent. Independent, no official tie, no agency. Is that understood?
Why me?
As you know, I have been watching you for years, actually. I've only let you know about it just this last week.
Jesus.
I'm happy to report you fit our profile, Mr. Barris. Are you interested in work?
Well, what's the profile?
Are you interested in this work, Mr. Barris?
Yeah, sure. I want to be a secret agent, contract agent, whatever. Get to fuck beautiful Eastern European women, wear a trench coat. Sounds like a kick.
The work we do is very serious. It's essential in quelling the rise of communism, allowing democracy to gain its rightful foothold around the globe.
Sure, yeah, okay, that's good.
Scene.
All right. I felt pretty good I felt like I did a good job with that one.
Yeah, that was good. It was good.
I have one small note for you. I feel like you messed up a little bit again.
Okay. Any specific line? Or?
Just you kind of messed it up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah,
you could have done it better. Oh, like overall, it wasn't. What's a good concise note? Like it was just kind of you didn't do it. You kind of messed up a little bit. Is the main note. But it was fine.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you.
For the full uncut episode, head to patreon.com/World Record Podcast. For the full uncut episode, head to patreon.com/World Record Podcast. Patreon.com/World Record Podcast.